Good morning. We are out for a walk today and we're going up West Lomond. Just there behind me you can see East Lomond, and that's a hill fort, and we've done a hill fort tour of that. I will link it in the card somewhere. And West Lomond is a much longer walk than this, and probably even steeper than East Lomond there. The weather is supposed to be fine for today, so hopefully we'll have a good walk and you can come along. So you can already see it peeking out over there. For the record, we arrived at 11:20 at the Carpark, and I suspect the walk up to the top is going to take anywhere between 1 hour and 2 hours. West Lomond is in Fife, and it is probably the most prominent hill in Fife. You can see it from quite afar. So for a whole while we just need to follow this fairly undemanding path, and you need to travel all across the plain before you get to the base of the hill itself, and then it's going to be a pretty steep ascent. So I admit the first section is not the most exciting because you just do walk along a fairly flat road, but I do think that if you want to get a view of the surrounding area, this is the place to go. There's some nice bits along the way, but I would say if you're a total beginner, then this walk is really not so bad, because it's not particularly straining until you get to the top. Well, until you get to the base of the top there. So we're not far now. Here we have arrived at the base of West Lomond, and we have two options. So we've got the very steep path going up there, and then over there is a bit of a flatter, more gentle way up. I think today I'm wearing a heavy backpack, we might just go this way, but you can also go that way, or you can go back down that way, but it would probably be more difficult.
Left as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of a path going that way, but I imagine that this actually leads to quite a steep edge as well. So I think today we're gonna go this way. It is now around about 1 hour after we set off, and we had a little break as well. So about 1 hour to get to the base at a comfortable pace. I've decided to start using the leggies to help me up the slope, and then of course back down again. It's pretty helpful. This big loch that's opening up is Loch Leven, and you can even see the little island in the middle, which is where Loch Leven Castle is. I love the look of those fields with the patchy look that they have, especially the yellow fields just here and there, giving it a splash of colour. I do wonder about these stones and whether there would have been some cairns on top, because it doesn't look very much like natural rock. It does look like something that somebody left behind at some point. And then there's East Lomond over there. So you get a bit of a view today, so in that direction you would be able to see some of the highlands. But it's a little bit hazy and rain clouds are forming just now. And over there, that's all of Fife, the whole ridge. And I should add that it took us about 20 minutes to get up to the top when going around the gentle way. So if you're going at a decent pace, you can probably do it in under 3 hours, and maybe even within 2 hours. So now it's clearing up a little bit in this direction. And you can see to the other side, you can see Edinburgh over there, so that little bump should be Arthur's Seat, and then you see Bass Rock over there as well. It's really helpful having the leckies to go down a steep path like this. So we've come down the steep side of the hill, and the main path is somewhere over there. And that's just because I wanted a little bit of privacy to see if I can fly the drone from here and get a nice shot of the hill, because there was a lot of people up on the top. So from here you could take an alternative route which leads along this path and around the side. You go past the farm and then you go along the road until you get back to the car park, and we will probably go along this path to join up with the main path that we came on the way up. So that's us joined with the main path again. And there's West Lomond there. And now it is time for us to get back to the car. So the entire way back you're essentially facing East Lomond, which is okay, it's a nice view. We're almost back at the car park. Well, thank you for coming along so far. Thank you for coming up West Lomond with us. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. And I guess if you liked the video, I'd be quite happy if you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more hill walking history and more of my life, then you can also subscribe.